Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to the Boar Blasters demo. Sorry, I was just too many bees, man. All right, so we're gonna dive into the campaign mode just to see what it's like. So, oh, what are we doing? I have no idea. Well, it's fine. Anyway, as far as I can tell, it's a okay. So I gotta shoot. I wasn't sure if I had a drill attached to my ship or anything like that. But, yeah, it's a bullet mining game. It's the trigger special ability when the spar is full, trigger ability, press space. Oh, I see, I can ram things for a little while. And good, it slows me down when it's out so I don't just ram my face into rock. Collect gems to gain currency for permanent upgrades. I'm assuming we have to, or probably after we die, we go back and go back to the surface and drop things off and upgrade our ship. I feel kind of foolish for taking damage immediately, and it's almost tempting to actually just blow myself up so I can get that, but whatever. Keep digging until you reach the bottom. Each dig site has a special reward to find. Oh, is this gonna be a, oh shoot, what was it called? It's not To the Core, Galactic Mining Corporation. So it's telling me to go over there, because that's probably where it is. A small bit of feedback. I think that arrow might be a little bit too cumbersome. Almost kind of wish it was smaller. Or if it was one of those that the level's somewhat wedge-shaped or something. Is this thing on? Hi, Chief Science Officer Cogsworth Wiseclank reporting. I've detected some real nice loot at the bottom. Grab it if you can. Music is freaking good, but I mean, that was the same thing from Void Scrappers, the previous game by this developer. Okay, temporary upgrades. Fill this to get one. Oh, how? Oops. Oh, is it the blue bar? It might be. Okay, so we have permanent upgrades, but we also have mid-run upgrades. There it is, bolt on acquired. So fire more bullets per second, increase damage, or increase range. So maybe the first region we're not going to get that many upgrades, but later on we'll get a lot more. That's going to be my general assumption. I guess let's go back up for a second. Seeing as we've actually made some lateral distance here, we might as well chew through and get a bunch of these. Keep it on the fuel meter. It will tick down whether you move around or not. When it runs out, you lose your gyrocopter propulsion. Okay. Never mind then. I gotta hustle. Unfortunately, I've seriously missed the mark on where the exit is. I didn't move over that far, did I? Alright, whatever. I got a lot of money. Let's see, blocks destroyed. Let's try continuing. Okay, so increased flight time. Tempting. Hits before hull breach. Bullets per second. Bullet damage. Bullet range. Gem magnet range. Ability cooldown. Earn more gems. You know what? I'm just gonna go for the damage upgrade for now. Alright. And then same deal as last time. So for this time, I might actually shoot for the bottom as opposed to getting distracted. And yeah, let's try not to, crash into any of the environment. If I can. Oh, right. I should probably actually use my Boar Blaster. Alright, so what do we want to do? Bullet range, bullets per second. Let's go with that. We've just increased our bullet damage anyway. And yeah, I should definitely use the charge more often. I was kind of sloppy about that on the last one. Okay, and once again, I've kind of missed the mark on where I'm supposed to be going. It's fine. I wasn't really expecting to survive exactly. But I'd like to get that unique reward, whatever it is. And yeah, definitely use the Think Super Boost when and where I can. That's a treasure chest. Hold up. We might also want to go for the extra pickup range. I'm noticing an amount of this is actually getting left behind. Okay, so what do we want to do? Increase damage, bullets per second. Let's just go for the damage. I'm over here. Looks like my special just keeps recharging anyway. There we go. Got it. Want to snag that before I ran out of fuel. Okay, run finished, dig site completed. Got a bunch of stuff, depth, and we've got orbital battle axe. Cleaves foes and blocks and foes. Cool. No enemies though. Alright, so what do we want to do? Bullets per second? Sure. Bullet range, gem magnet. You know what? I'm actually going to boost that twice. So where are we going next? Can I go anywhere else? Yes. We can go other places. I don't know if there's much of a distinct difference on any of these yet. There might be. Alright, Gunnar. Is it? I've been assigned to oversee your excavation progress. But first, let's see how your gyrocopter is performing. I gotta work on my, I sound like a dwarf. Ooh, new block destroyed. Copter's burning fuel too quickly. We'll fix that later, but for now, you'll need to make do with fuel blocks. Smash them to keep your copter airborne. I like the fact that the tutorial is very hands-off at first. That actually is kind of a really nice. I don't know. I don't hate really hands-on tutorials. It's mostly just kind of a oh, is that a fuel block? Probably. It's mostly one of those where I want to be able to play the game a little bit and get a feel for it before the game tells me how to play and what I'm doing wrong. Just because in a lot of cases I find that I don't need that kind of hand-holding. That's actually kind of just an imposition and frustrating. Like, I know it'll probably never become standardized industry practice, but I actually legitimately wish a lot of games had, ooh, gem attraction radius? No, let's just go for our, let's actually just go for just damage. Okay, quality work, lad. But see to it that you put some of those gems into fixing that heap of trash for next time, eh? And we actually have foes to fight. Enemy defeated. Get that. I'm pretty sure I can ram into them freely. I am really jamming with this music. Holy smokes. So I should probably mention that the Boar Blasters demo is available now if you want to play it yourselves, and should be up for a while. I know it's kind of part of the Steam Next Fest, but sometimes the demos stick around, and I kind of hope this one does. It seems like a really solid demo so far. Definitely the kinds that I could see people kind of playing, and how would I describe it? I mean, playing a bunch, giving feedback, and helping the game improve. I got plenty of fuel though, so I'm not quite ready to leave. We might as well scoot through and grab like as much as we can now that we know exactly where the exit is. Oh, interesting. I've hit the edge. More carnage, not coinage. Oh, and it gave me 3 axes, not just 2. Sick. But yeah, if I've got fuel blocks, might as well make use of their existence to keep this going for way longer than normal. Okay, and I've been here. That's fine. I'm glad the fuel blocks weren't even in the first zone as kind of a like, hey, you know, very much you want to be able to get through all of this without having to rely on extra tricks or perks or anything of the sort. Okay, more magnet, more carnage. There we go. And yet, we're still full fuel. I might honestly want to work towards increasing my ability, or decreasing ability cooldowns. That actually seems like it might not be a bad idea. Let's just take the top off this. And there's a very real possibility I might actually just run out of fuel here because I'm getting sloppy. But whatever. I think the money is good enough that it's hard to specifically care. And yeah, these axes are just chewing. Maybe we start making our way downtown. Walking a little faster. Alright. But get myself in a good position, get some fuel up, don't have to worry about it. Increase damage? Let's just increase our damage. There does seem to be a fair bit of fuel kind of in this immediate vicinity, so I don't know, I'm just gonna kind of keep chewing my way through. I guess the one reason why we want to go back is so I could actually utilize some of these. I wonder if the charge's duration is based on the hardness of block that I'm going through. Probably not. I bet it's just pure time. But it is hard to say. There is something really satisfying about this specific type of... How would I describe it? I mean, this specific type of core gameplay loop, digging into the world trying to find like little pockets of treasure feels really good to me. I almost kind of wish the bolt-on upgrades, you could find some of them out in the world too. Or if there was like just something here and there that was slightly different. Just to give a sense of like, hey, you're not just doing or you're just going through endless rock. Maybe, I don't know. Terraria was always really good about this. It wasn't just this like endless rocky void. Terraria and Minecraft, but there was actually a fair bit going on in the world. But also recognize that that sort of thing takes a lot of time and effort. I'm just gonna alternate. It doesn't really matter. Okay, haven't taken a hit yet, which is a good sign. And yeah, the problem is, because of the bolt-on upgrades, I'm getting stronger with every time I level up. So the longer I'm here, the better. Oops. Did not hit that rock, I suppose. More bullets per second. I guess I should probably get the bullet range at this point. Just to fully capitalize upon it. Okay. Boy, I'm just chewing through the world now. But yeah, I'm always kind of shocked that there aren't more games that really capitalize on the dig through large, massive, like, stone worlds and find pockets of cool things and treasure. And like maybe it's harder to design a game like that. But even like the core gameplay loop of just like digging into this world is kind of fun. I'm gonna call it like magpie syndrome, at least for me, where it's very easy for me to get distracted by shiny things at a game. So if I see like treasure chest just off the beaten path, even if I know it's a bad treasure and like not good. All right, I was gonna maybe invest into some range, whatever. Even if I know that it's like not worth picking up, that the existence of that treasure chest breaks my brain to the point where I have to go see what it is. And so, like, I legitimately haven't seen that many games that really followed this trend. There was a brief period of time where a bunch of developers wanted to make Terraria, and that kind of culminated in Starbound as like the only true competitor successor to Terraria itself. And then otherwise, like, the genre kind of disappeared. Yeah, sure, there was like Realms of Magic and a couple other ones, but not that much. And I've always been kind of shocked that there weren't more games that kind of built around the idea of you live in this kind of infinite cave realm, and you have to like mine your way through it to find cool loot and other things. I guess there was possibly an automation sandbox made by the Korea people, which I'm kind of curious about if that got funded. Okay, well that's a stupid amount of money. And we got boom shaft artillery. Launch explosive projectiles at a distance. Sick. So let's increase our flight time just so we have a little bit more. Let's see. Can I increase my range a couple times? Let's do that. I have a lot of money. Ability cooldowns. Earn more from gems. I might honestly want to get like 3 of those. Sure, that should be pretty good. Okay, so we've completed those. Oh, you can actually see all the different locations we've been to. Is this? No, this is not a valid location. This must be part of a previous one. Honestly, let's stick to the regular caves for a bit. I might want to just go a little faster. As much as I'm enjoying your slow descents, Gunner, I think it's time we spice things up. I'm picking up some blocks on the scanner that are teeming with explosive potential. Blast some. I wonder if we don't have any fuel blocks on this level. I'm not seeing any, so we might actually have to worry about that. Okay. New type of block destroyed. No fuel blocks, though. Oh, wait, yes. There's some fuel up. Yeah, this is why the extra range is probably going to be good for me, maybe. And I'm actually really digging the artillery. One thing I really dig about this game is I think this legitimately might be the first non-bullet heaven from a bullet heaven developer I've seen so far. So, like I said, the developer for this made Void Scrappers, which was a very good bullet heaven. It was very fast-paced and kind of chaotic. It never quite got as much, like, depth as some other ones did, like Brotato, for example, or I'm trying to think of other good examples. But it was one of those where it you know, it was fun. It did something kind of completely different and had a lot of... Oh, quest completed. Huh. Now that's what I'm talking about. My curiosity has been piqued. I wonder what other surprises linger down in these parts. But it had one of the better, like, passive scaling power-up systems I think I've seen in a long time, as far as bullet heavens go. And did a really good job making that work, even if the enemies were just so numerous and so dang powerful that it was kind of difficult to avoid them. Oh, I wonder if we just have less fuel on fuel canisters on this map. Well, here's the thing. I've actually probably got to care about this a little bit because we're running out of fuel really quick. Nope, not yet. Yeah, I'd like this run to go for a little bit longer, but we are running out of time. Okay. Doesn't matter. Just grabbing it and going. Yeah, didn't get as much on this one. I guess the fuel level was extremely lucrative. Depth charge. Drop an autonomous drill module to create a shaft. Ooh. Okay. You know what? I think I'm just going to go for flight time. The longer I've got, the more fuel cells I can potentially find. Okay, so what's this one? Gunner, I've found traces of explosives material in some of the ore down here. They're just like little chains of gunpowder, just waiting to be exploded. Give it a try. This is what I get for eating Thai food right before. Okay. Let's see. I got Thai food hiccups. I mean, really, it's just food hiccups. I'm a hiccupy guy. So those little micro bombs, I suppose. I'm curious if a fuel block puts us back up to maximum. It might. One way or another, the extra flight time is going to be probably good for me. Okay, do we want to do... Sure. I don't know if the depth charges get, like, an upgrade or anything like that. Dang, they're effective. Bit of a shame to drop it down the same shaft I was just over, but still. Okay. Keep punching these for a bit. I think I don't care too much about the depth charges. They're not bad, but they're a little awkward for me. I guess they're good if I want to get an easy way to go, an easy route down. This is wild. Imagine a vein of these next to each other. I see a lot of potential in some of these mines. I do hope we get the ability to upgrade them, though. I think maybe that would be depth charge detonates on death. It's tempting. I think I'm going to go for Steam Burst for the time being. Oops. I do want to come out of here with a decent amount of money. Now, can I only get one upgrade? Hard to say on that one. Begone, bat. Yeah, I haven't seen a single fuel canister, so we might need to start caring about going down. Nope. We can get multiple. That's a good sign. Okay, yeah, let's start heading for the end. Was using my depth charges to get around because I don't exactly have a whole lot of time left. And I'd rather actually reach the end of this level than just grind for resources here. Okay, so it's just over to the right. Okay, more carnage. I really like those axes. They have been faithful companions, and they're universally good. Okay. Decent amount. Shaft frags. Periodically throw bombs out of the craft. Let's see. Do we want to just keep boosting my flight time for a little while? Sure. I can't really say how long these runs are going to last. Okay, let's try a different biome now. Because I've done all of those. Let's go to this one. This one seems fun. Seems goopy. Someone in inventory mucked up and I'm to be the fall guy. Do me a favor. There's a mushroom found near the floor of the caverns. Find two and report back, will you? Okay, so new biome unearthed. Reasonably easy to chew through, I'm noticing. We do want to increase my damage, I think, a little bit more. Some of these blocks take like 2 hits to break through. Okay. I think I'm still gonna go for the orbital battle axe. It's just too good. Okay, so this is different. Yeah, there's kind of organic. Oh, can I destroy these? Yeah, I can. Just not that well. Did I take... Oh, I did take damage from the block. Okay, there's our fuel. It doesn't fill us up all the way. Good to know. Ooh, and there's the vein the dude was talking about. Nice and explosive. I don't think I like this biome as much as the base one. I'm also gonna blow myself up. There we go. New enemy defeated. Oh. Copter's good to go. I wonder if there's going to be different weapons. Probably not. It would be kind of cool if I could equip like a giant saw blade drill thing. Okay, more carnage, more carnage. Here's the question. Is this treasure chest the mushroom? Not sure. Okay, let's just upgrade our bullets per second. He asked me for mushrooms, but I suppose we got it. Someone in inventory. Oh, we know. Okay, so that's just a randomized quest. Okay. I see how it works. Well, this seems reasonably easy to chew through. Got a lot of empty space in it, which maybe isn't the greatest. You know what? Let's try the shaft frags. Okay, so shaft frags are just randomized damage. I still think the axes are probably going to be my immediate go-to, just because of how convenient they are. Because the axes are just a beautiful little AoE around me that slowly chips down everything in the immediate vicinity. And there's nothing quite like them. At least, not that I've run into. If I can get like a laser drill attachment or something, that'd do the trick. The hell is this stuff? Oh. Oh, I made a mistake by being here. They're little egg blocks. Let's try the Tesla orbs. I'm not so single-minded that I have to use the axes every time yet. But we'll get there. Whoop. Stay away from all of these. Are they just a regular spawn of the area? Okay, the Tesla orbs are kind of fun, actually. There's a lot of them, but I'm not sure if they have a range limitation. So they might be a good complement. I don't know. I'll have to see how everything works once I've gotten sufficient upgrades. All right, there's some fuel. Not enough to, like, really fill us back up again, but we're good at least for a little while. I'm still trying to find these mushrooms. Ooh. It's a lot of risk. Okay, additional electric orbs, more bombs. And we're good. Yeah, my damage isn't as good, but the electric orbs are kind of nice at just clearing everything out. I think the only immediate problem with them is they're not very controlled. They'll just hit whatever, so they're pissing off a lot of the fly blocks. Same thing with the bombs. And it's like, it's vaguely fine. We might just have to get out of here. Oh, good. We have some fuel. But, I'm certainly making this harder on myself through the existence of all the electro orbs in the area. Okay. Got our fuel back up, but only a little bit. I think if you had enough electro blocks, it wouldn't be so bad. Or electro orbs? I'm still not going to find this guy's mushroom. Problem is, I don't even know, like, which region it's in. Oh, I see. Well, there's a mushroom. Should I mention it's for the king, by the way? No pressure. One more. These will do nicely. Thank you. Don't worry, you'll be compensated for your troubles. Yeah, we're almost out of juice. Yep. It's fine. We got the mushroom quest done. Okay, do we try again? No, we spend our money, obviously. Well, ooh, that's expensive. I'm gonna go for the gem magnet range. It's clear that the more upgrades I get, the more we're going to want to have. Let's see, is this Gunnar the one who brought back the mushrooms? Oh, sorry, different guy. Is this Gunnar the one who brought back the mushrooms? Listen well. Our gyrocopters are said to have crashed in these parts long ago. Bring them home or don't bring them back or don't come back at all. No, at least I'm told exactly where they are. Yeah, so I might want to be kind of single-minded with my objectives here. We're getting a decent amount of upgrades, but the main thing is we don't have nearly as much fuel as the fuel tutorial level. Okay, frags, extra range, depth charge. Let's just go for a bunch of frags. Blow everything to Schmingdom come. I'm glad I have a little bit of invincibility frames when I come out of that. Okay, otherwise I'm just gonna like face plant directly into damage, and that's never fun. Now do they just keep spawning as long as I'm in the hive? It looks like that's exactly the case. Which is a little bit of an issue. Because I think they also come out of the blocks. Maybe. Oop. The one problem is I'm not that strong. Oh, that pickup radius is good. More bombs! The one problem is we're not firing them constantly. That's a bit of an issue. We're throwing a decent amount of them fairly quickly. Okay, here's the old gyrocopters. There we go. Let's see. Do we just... We're gonna do a charge, get over to the other one. Gonna have to use it somewhat offensively rather than just for mobility. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna get as much money out of this run as I have with some of my other runs, but that's okay. Okay, and then all we have to do is get to the end. What was it? Oh, there's the money. Excellent work, Gunner. I regret my harsh words from earlier. You might just serve me well after all. More bombs. I think the one thing I would say about this game, seeing as I've been playing for a little bit, I like the meta progression, but I do find it to be a little bit boring. I kind of wish it was actually equipment, like parts for your copter. So rather than just being able to put points into like health and run length, I think that's fine. Let's see, bullet damage, bullets per second. Keep going for that. And we're not unlocking any new areas to go to. That's fine, I guess. We've detected a distress signal near the site of a recent combat engagement. You'll need to investigate. I guess I get extra hiccupy if I'm... Nope. This could be dangerous, Gunner. It's possible there are still goblin settlements near the battlegrounds, so you'll want to keep an eye out. Yeah, doing voices that aren't just my own, that's the other way I can get easy hiccups. So, boomshaft artillery I do actually like. It's tempting. I wish I knew how much damage Ballistic Amplifier did, rather than just increased damage, because is it a +1 damage or is it a +20% damage? Because both of those matter a lot. And does stuff like boomshaft artillery get affected? Because that's another question to kind of ask as part of this. Let's see. But yeah, I like this. I like this format. I love the digging through the world and finding resources and whatnot. That feels really good to me. The charge is neat. I would love to see a greater variety of various maneuvers. The charge, for example. But I'm still going to go back to I think this could actually be really cool with the inclusion of randomly generated equipment rather than just like specific financial or, you know, viable meta progression perks. Namely from the perspective of like different bits of equipment could actually change like what your gun type is. So one of them's a shotgun, one of them's like a railgun kind of deal. One of them's like a pulse laser. One of them's just bombs. One of them starts you with an axe as just like your core weapon. And then you can find other ones over the course of the run as like bolt-on upgrades, just like it already is. Like, I like the bolt-on upgrades. I think they're good. I think the only immediate fear is that it's a little too easy. It's a little too easy to get set in your ways and just say, nope, I like the axe. I think that's just always going to be an issue with a limited pool roguelike where you don't have that many different upgrades to pull from. After a certain point, you're going to develop favorites. Oh, that's it's a female dwarf with a beard. That's nice. I was just talking to Shell about this. We got Dragonbane. And as far as we can tell, there are no female dwarves in that core rulebook. And it's like, well, that's a wasted opportunity. Who's there? Find my location to help me get airborne. Those goblins left without their goodbye present. A bullet in their brain.
And just who the hell do you think you are with that rusty little ship taking what's ours? This is an over-stinking dwarf. Get 'em, lads.
But yeah, so the randomly generated equipment would also have the added benefit of changing potentially what your super move is. So instead of the extreme drill charge, you could do all sorts of other things. Now, I don't see an indication of where the lady is. Okay, so we're just gonna go around this treasure chest for a little bit. Let's see, bullets per second, more money from blocks. I'm curious how much of a bonus it is. Again, I would love to see the math on it, like a verbose version. You know, is it 20%, 30%, 50%, 100%? Oh, good. There's some extra fuel ups. Wow, I've extended my duration long enough that those fuel ups aren't that good anymore. You know, previously, I guess previously I was getting so much fuel that I was able to kind of sustain a run endlessly, but that was specifically due to the fact that there was that much fuel on the map available to just grab. Whereas here is much more of a... let's see, how would I describe it? There's only a handful of them, so I'm running out really quickly. I just wanted to get as much money as I could before we ran out. And it might be one of those... No, I don't know. It might be one of those where you do a specific money run and then you're like, okay, yeah, this is the run where I just like sack it and just go looking for cash instead. Blocks drop gems. Oh, okay. Let's see, extra damage, extra range, gem magnet, ability cooldown speed. Probably just invest a bunch into that. No, demo's completed. Wait. We have two more regions. Don't take this away from me. This run ain't over yet, or this video ain't over yet. We got a little bit left. I assume that's kind of the end of it. The end of the plot progress quests. It looks like this level might not introduce anything new, and that's entirely fine. So, anyway, I like this game a lot. It does a very good job of keeping me invested. The constantly mining through the environment feels really good. It feels very to the core, or Galactic Mining Corporation, or Terraria, Minecraft, so on and so forth. Blocks drop gems. Sure. Let's just go for that. I think the reason why I'm only doing one to these is because that's how much HP they have. So extra damage is probably useless. Extra fire rate is probably very helpful. Okay, so it's a small amount of money periodically while just digging. Okay. Blocks drop more gems, or earn more from gems and blocks. Both are good. I'm gonna go for this sifter, and we'll just make do or something. It seems like you could probably do some interesting and funny money runs with this. If you really wanna. But just to finish my thing about the randomly generated equipment, that way you could also have some kind of interesting variations on even the charge. So like if you had one that has like a charge up period, so it's the same charge, but you charge it up and it only goes in one direction, or one that has no charge but is like short but kind of a huge blast. You just hit whatever the nearest surface is, and then you explode or stuff like that. And then it can be other things like a railgun shot, or honestly, I would actually say a repair, or like a fuel cell. So sure, maybe you don't have the ability to do the uber charge through the ground, but you can actually potentially go longer. I don't know, it feels like there's a lot of room for that kind of gameplay. I don't necessarily know if it would actually be better than this, but I could see it presenting a lot of interesting options in a way that would actually be kind of fun. Because I'm mostly thinking about how Death Must Die works, where specifically the meta progression is entirely gear dependent, whereas the mid-run upgrades are actually kind of impactful, but many of them are just statistical upgrades of each other. And yeah, these axes are just too good. It just makes it really easy to mine a vein. Especially if you can get like 3 or 4 of them going. Plus, the other thing about having gears, you could kind of incentivize players to follow different builds. So somebody might have more of like a this is the money build kind of run, or equipment set, I guess. You know, so you dig really fast, but you're kind of bad in combat, but you get all sorts of money. Or other ones that are much more about just like high artillery, clearing the levels insanely quickly and leaving nothing left. Okay, we gotta actually start making our way out of here. Otherwise, I'm actually going to just lose. Let's see. Let's just go for more bullet accelerators. Because yeah, I think each of these brown blocks is just worth only has 1 HP. That's why the extra damage hasn't been particularly useful. It's only been good against the harder blocks, which seem to be pretty dang hard. Ah, who cares if I take some damage here? There we go. That was close. What do we unlock? I do like the big end chest at the end, giving us a new unlockable thing. Shoot out the back. Huh. Sure. Okay, 1 level left. Ooh, icy. I will go from here. Music is incredible. I know I've said that twice before now, but I'm going to stick with it as probably actually one of my favorite parts of this game so far, and the demo experience is just like, it is fun to just listen to the music while I'm cruising around. I'm curious, I'm actually curious who did it. I know the devs listening to this. If you want to link the musician, or if it's just you, I'd actually love to know, because this is the kind of stuff that I just listen to while I'm doing work, outside of my usual work. In retrospect, I'm gonna kill the sound effects a bit. Oh, I'm just gonna turn auto fire on. There we go. That's nicer. Yeah, the other things that would make like equipment kind of cool. For example, what the hell's up with this level? There's like nothing in it. You know what? I know why I like the music. It's giving me hard Command and Conquer vibes. Oh, do I have to worry about those ice blocks? I bet I do. Yep. Nope. Oh, they're just slowing me down. Okay, that's actually not so bad. But yeah, the ice biome is not the best for finances. I'm not finding a whole lot of blocks that give me a ton of cash. And maybe that's entirely fine. But what I was going to say for randomized equipment is, like, you could have piercing. Well, do we want to shoot out the back as well? Yeah. Piercing, bouncing, slight explosive AoE. I don't necessarily know if all of those would actually be particularly good for balance, but I could still see a lot of those being fun, especially from like a run optimization perspective of like, yeah, it turns out bouncing is obscenely powerful in this one. And then other people are like, no, it's piercing. Piercing is the good one. I don't know. That kind of level of choice making is nice. The big problem with just linear scaling meta progression is that there is a choice, but the choice is only between like 2 or 3 options that you're going to buy anyway. So it's like, do I get the damage upgrade or do I get the attack speed upgrade? Well, if I just go on a run, I can go get the other one. At no point does it actually challenge you in terms of like making the decision between one or the other. And even like in the mid-run upgrades, many of them are just like, hey, you know, do I want more axes? Probably. Do I want more axes, more money? And once you've picked like even 1 or 2, that's kind of the end of it, and you don't need to think about getting anything else. Boy, this level is barren. as heck. Well, it's fine. It's a good time for me to go. And, like, I'm actually kind of curious about this in the long term. How much these matter. Like, it'd be interesting to do a study of some sort of the agency of options and how that relates to roguelikes. Periodically emits a blast wave. Ooh, I can see that being really good too. Let's see. I'm just gonna continue. I think we've seen everything that there is to see here. Yes. So, definitely the fuel level was by and far the best one if I want to make money. I don't know which one that was, unfortunately, but it's fine. There we go. So, I guess at this point, it's a good stopping point. We've seen every single little thing that this game has to offer, and I can safely say that it's gonna be really good whenever it's actually properly out. Let's see. So I should mention, of course, that if you guys want to pick this up yourselves, actually the seismic slam might be just as good as the axes in terms of like digging into the environment and clearing a bunch of things out. But if you guys want to play this yourselves, the demo should be available for everyone right now. I'm just going to alt-tab just in case and give it a double check. Yep. Yeah, it's available now. So if you guys want to pick it up and play, just follow the link in the description below. It'll probably be up for a little while. I know the Void Scrappers demo was up for a while as well. And I sincerely enjoyed that one. And kind of hoping it sticks around for a little while. People can give their own feedback, try it out, and see that it's a good game. Okay, so is it a bigger blast wave? Does it do more damage? I think it's both. It's definitely bigger. I think it destroys the blocks better too, but only marginally so. Okay. Geez, is there anything else that I'd like to say? I think the other one I would say is maybe for the runs, have the level ups be a little bit faster. But maybe eventually we're going to be going on longer digging trips out of the tutorial, or outside of the tutorial. The one thing I'd almost argue is it'd be kind of interesting if, rather than having a bunch of unique maps to go to, well, I don't know, this might be not the way to do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep picking Blast Wave. Huh. It seems like it gets stopped, interestingly enough. Which is... It might just be the rock hardness that makes it look like it's stopping. Or it's kind of some kind of piercing thing that if it doesn't destroy a surface layer block, it doesn't even hit anything beyond it. Well, either way. What was I even going to say as part of this? No, it probably doesn't matter that much. Oh, right, I was going to say, instead of having specific maps that you go to, I'd actually just have it be go on a run, or you have like 3 or 4 different planets, but the planets get more complex every time you reach a core. And so you have like the more ice world, you have the bio world, and each kind of has their own strengths and weaknesses, and possibly different like gear pools or RNG to pull from, or resources for different upgrades, maybe. There's a lot of options within that. Right, I should be charging here. I've just been letting the seismic wave do a lot for me because I think it's actually pretty cool. I think I still like the axes a little bit better, but seismic wave does work. Anyway, I guess with all this said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.